Hello students, welcome to SGRBCC. I am Sampath. In this class, we will discuss paper number 285 reasoning paper. It is starting from puzzle, directions 1 to 5. Study the information carefully and answer the question given below. 8 friends, Alice, Bob, Claire, David, Emily, Frank, George and Hannah are seated around a circular table but not necessarily in the same order. 5 of them facing towards the center and 3 of them facing away from the center. Okay, it is the main condition. Here we have 8 persons. Among these 8 persons, 5 persons are facing center and remaining 3 persons are facing outside the center. Okay, it is the main condition. So see, all names are starts with alphabets. So A, B, C, D, E, F, G and H. So ఆ విధంగా తీసుకుందాం ఇక్కడ. So ఇక్కడ first one is first possibility, it is totally 8 persons. And next second possibility, totally 8 persons. See the first one, A is facing towards the center of the table and seated 2 seats clockwise from E. So A is facing towards the center of the table and 2 places from E, that is clockwise direction. A is facing center and E is facing here. 2 persons seated between E and F, who is not adjacent to A. So 2 persons between E and F, and F is not adjacent to A. So B is not facing away from the center of the table and seated directly opposite to C. Okay, so ikkada B is not facing away from the center of the table. It means B is facing center and directly opposite to C. So B and E are immediate left of each other. So B and E are immediate left of each other. So see, if you placing B here, so B is looking center and C is the opposite person of B. So here again same. Okay, B is facing center and condition is Bob and Emily. So B and Emily are immediate left of each other. Suppose if E facing outside of the table, B is the immediate left of the E. Okay, here also same. Next, D is facing away from the center of the table and is seated 2 seats anti-clockwise directions from Claire. Okay, D is facing outside. So D is facing outside, and next what is the next condition here? D is facing away from the center of the table, seated 2 seats anti-clockwise directions from C. So see, here D is not coming here. So if placing D here, D is the outside. Next again same, D is the outside and 2 seats anti-clockwise directions from C. Next, G is not facing towards the center of the table, not adjacent to B. So G is placing here and G is placing here. Okay, and G is not facing towards the center, G is facing outside. G is facing outside. Only one possibility we need. Okay, this is not required. Next, so see what person we left, that is H placing here. So see, B is facing center, E outside, D outside and G outside. So here 3 persons are outside, remaining all persons are facing inside of the table. 5 persons are facing inside of the table and remaining 3 persons are outside of the table. It is the final arrangement of the puzzle. Let us move on to the questions. See the first question. Who among the following persons seated third from George? So third from G. So third from right of G. 1, 2, 3. That is B. Bob is the answer. How many persons seated between D and F? So here D and F is facing here. So D and F both are opposite each other. Between both there are 3 persons are there. So at side is 3 persons enter. What is the position of B with respect to H? So B here and H here. From H, B is the immediate left side. So what after question number 4, which among the following does not belonging to the group? So see, A, H, B, E and C. So see, A is inside and next H is inside and B is inside, E is outside and next C is inside. So E is the, Emily is the odd one out. Who among the person is seated second to the left of E? Second to the left of E, that is H. Hannah is the answer. Next, Question number 6 to 10. Study the following information carefully and answer the questions accordingly. So, see question number 6. How many letters are immediately followed by a prime number? So, how many letters are immediately followed by a prime number and immediately preceded by a symbol? So, immediately preceded by a symbol, letter and prime number. We need to find this combination. So, see hash, u and 7. Okay, symbol, letter and prime number. And next and m and 2. Okay, symbol, letter and prime number. Next dollar, again dollar, p and 3. Okay, 3 combinations are there. Option 3 is the answer. Next question number 7. Which among the following element is 6th to the left of 10th element from right hand? So, 6th to the left plus 10th from right, that is 16th from right. Okay, 16th from right hand. So, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14 and 16, that is 3 is the answer. How many letters are immediately followed by a vowel? How many letters are immediately followed by a vowel? It is the, we need to find this. So, see how many letter and vowel. So, see letter and vowel. Letter and vowel, it is the O. 1 and next see where letter and vowel, there is no combination, only one combination we find, that is option 1 is the answer. What will be the sum of all even numbers which are immediately followed by a symbol? We need to find the sum of all even numbers which are immediately followed by a symbol. Okay, even number and symbol. So, student ekkada unnayo even number and symbol. So, see 2 and this one is the one combination, second combination and third combination. Next only 3. So, 6 plus 4 plus 2, that is 12. Next, if all the numbers are removed from the series, which of the following letter will be third from? That is not third from, it is the fifth from left end of the series. So, see all the numbers are removed, fifth from left, that is 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, that is U is the answer. U is the answer. Next question number 11 to 15, we have one more puzzle. P, Q, R and S are facing north, T, U, V, W are facing south. So, here P, Q, R, S facing north and T, U, V and W facing south direction. These 8 persons are sitting in a row, but not necessarily in the same order. So, not more than 2 adjacent persons facing the same directions. Okay, not more than 2 people adjacent persons facing directions. Here we have one row. In this row totally 8 persons are sitting, 4 persons are facing north and 4 of them facing south. See the first one, P sits second to the right of T, but not next to Q and R. U sits fourth to the U sits fourth from either ends. Okay. So, in the first combination we will take U here and second combination we will take U here. And next R is sitting second to the right of W, who is at one of the ends of the row. Okay. Actually W is facing south direction, and also W is sitting one of the end, and R sitting second to the right of W. R sitting second to the right of W. Suppose if W is facing here, W is facing south directions, R is facing here. Okay. Suppose if W is here, W facing south, R is facing here. And next V is sitting 2 seats away from S. Okay. Who is not any extreme end of row. And okay, next V doesn't sit any extreme end of row. V is away from 2 seats of S, and S is not any end of row, and V doesn't sit any extreme end anamata. So, see P sits second to the right of T but not next to Q and R. Okay, so not next to Q and R. So ikkada manaki 1 2 3 4 and next 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. So totally 8 persons are there. P ekkada vastadu manaki ikkada ekkada space cheyochu chudandi okasari. So W here and so here ikkada W ikkada kaadu vachedi. So W వచ్చేసి ఇక్కడ W is facing south and here R is facing here. And next P sitting second to the right of T. Actually T is facing south direction. Suppose if T is facing here and P is placing here and not next to Q and R. Suppose ikkada Q ikkada raadu and ikkada Q raagadu. Okay, it is the possibility. Suppose next here if you take T here, P is placing here and not next to Q and R. ikkada Q raadu, ikkada vachesi P raadu, ikkada raadu and ikkada kuda raadu. Next V sitting 2 seats away from S. So V sitting 2 seats away from S. Suppose if S is placing here, V is placing here. So V is facing south and P north and next S is facing south and next again S is facing north direction kada. S is facing north direction. U and R and remaining person that is Q is placing here. Okay, only in second possibility we are arranging this puzzle. Next Q is facing north direction and next R is also north direction. Next U is facing south direction. Okay, no two persons adjacent to facing same direction. Okay, not more than 2 persons. This combination is the only correct one. This one is the correct one. So let us move on to the questions. How many persons are seated between P and R? Between P and R there are 4 persons are there. Who among the following persons sitting third to the right of P? Third to the right of P, that is S. Next, what will be the distance between the number of persons sitting between R and V and the number of persons sitting between U and W? What is the difference between the number of persons between R and V? Between R and V there are 3 persons are there and number of persons sitting between U and W. So between U and W there are 2 persons are there. So difference of this is 5. Option 5 is the answer. 1 is the difference. Question number 14. Which of the following pair doesn't belong into the group? So see, P, R and T. So R and T both are opposite direction. P and W both are opposite directions. Q and S both are opposite, both are same direction. And next V and U both are opposite direction. So not opposite directions. S, V and U both are same direction. Next U and W. Next U and W both are same direction. Next Q and S same direction. Okay, so here what is the odd one out here? R and T both are opposite direction. So see, R is facing R facing north and T facing south direction. What is the position of V with respect to U? So V with respect to U here and V here. From U 1 2 3, third from right of U. Next, coding and decoding. So see, what is the coding here? First of all, we can arrange coding for each and every word, then move on to the questions. See, first one is the worm here, worm and worm. What is the code for worm? So see, TU is the code for worm. TU is repeating in 3 statements. Next, sun and sandy here and sandy here. What is the code for sandy? Sandy code for MR is the code for sandy. And next, beach. So beach and beach. What is the code for beach? Repeating in first and second. So FR is the code for beach. Why? Because it is repeating in first and second sentence only. So remaining, sun coded as KC. KC is the code of sun. Next, coming to the second sentence, heavy and heavy. Heavy and heavy. What is the code for heavy? that is DL. DL is the code for heavy, and remaining rain is coded as WR. Rain is coded as WR. And next warm is clear. Remaining day is coded as P and Q. Day is coded as P and Q. Move on to the questions. Which among the following word will be coded as MR, that is sandy? What will be the code for beach? So beach is coded as FR. If exam set is coded as YR, this question is not correct, so leave this question. Next, which among the following combination is definitely true? So heavy FR, heavy is coded as DL, and sandy is coded as MR, and warm KC. So warm is coded as KC. Rain is coded as WR. It is the correct one. What is the code for the word day? So day is code for P and Q. Okay, clear? Next, if it is possible to make 4-letter meaningful word from first, second, fourth and seventh letters from end of the rhymes. So see, rhymes, from rhymes. So first, second and fourth, and also 5, 6, 7. So see, R, A, M, D. Okay. So from these 4 letters, using from these 4 letters, how many meaningful words can be formed? So E R, A, M, D nundi we can code it, we can making only meaningful word, that is D, R, A, M, drum. Okay, D, R, A, M is the only word. So what will be the second letter of the meaningful word from left? That is R is the answer. Next syllogism. So see, statement, some shop are ozone, some shop are ozone, and next no ozone is orchid, and next only orchid is puff, that is puff is related to only with orchid. Next, some puff can be ozone, not correct. Why? Because puff is related only to orchid. Puff is related to only orchid. Some shop is not orchid. So shop here and orchid here. Some part of the shop is ozone. No ozone is orchid. So it means definitely this conclusion definitely follows. What is the answer here? Only 3 follows. Only 2 follows. Next, question number 23. See the question. Only center is call. It means all call are center. Call is related only center. Next, some center is skin. Some center is skin. Next, only a few skin is care. Only a few skin is care. Okay, this part is only care. All center can be care. So center here and care here. Okay, first one is definitely not follows. Why? Because here only call, only center is call. Okay, call అనేది ఓన్లీ సెంటర్కే రిలేట్ అవుతుంది అనమాట. బట్ ఇక్కడ ఆల్ సెంటర్ కెన్ బి కేర్ అన్నాడు. సో సెంటర్ హియర్ అండ్ కేర్ హియర్, ఇట్ మీన్స్ యాక్చువల్లీ ఆల్ కాల్ ఈజ్ సెంటర్ అండ్ నెక్స్ట్ అండ్ ఆల్ సెంటర్ ఈజ్ కేర్. ఇట్ ఈస్ ద కన్క్లూజన్ హియర్. సో ఒకవేళ మనం ఈ విధంగా డ్రా చేసుకుంటే కాల్ వచ్చేసి ఈవెన్ సెంటర్ కేర్కి కూడా రిలేట్ అవుతుంది. కాబట్టి దిస్ ఈజ్ నాట్ కరెక్ట్. Okay, why? Because only call is related to center only. Okay, next, no call is skin. So call here and skin here, it is definitely follows. Why? Because call is related with only center ki matram related aitundi. Here both, in this both, no is definitely follows. Only conclusion 2 is follows anamata. Only conclusion 2 is follows. Next, study the following information carefully and answer the given questions. See the first one. 6 students got different marks in examination. So totally 6 persons are there, and it is the minimum and it is maximum marks. Next, the second highest marks is 56. So it is 56. J gets higher marks than U, who got 43. So J gets higher marks than U, who got 43. U got 43. And next, H gets higher marks than B but less than P. And what is the second condition here? H gets higher than B but less than P. Who gets less marks than U? So P is getting less marks than U. It means B and H both are getting less than marks than U. O gets lower marks than J but higher than U. So O gets lesser marks than J but higher marks than U. Ante kada? So see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So arrange this one: B, H, P, U, O and J. O is getting 56 marks. It is the final arrangement. And also U gets 43 marks. U gets 43 marks. Let us move on to the questions. So see the first one, question number 24. Who among the following students get 56 marks? That is O. How many students get less marks than P? That is only 2 persons. What will be the marks obtained by H if the sum of total marks of O, U, H is 120? So O plus U plus H is 120. Already manaki O enta telusu, that is 56 and U is 43 plus H is 120. 56 plus 43, that is 99 plus H equal to 120. Send this 99 to right hand side, that is H equal to 120 minus 99. That is finally what is the marks of H? That is 21 is the marks of H. Option 4 is the answer. Next, how many such pair of letters is there in the word dwelling? DWELLING. Each word has many letters between them, have English alphabetical order from both forward and backward directions. So see what is the first one here. So next, starting from D. So D into this, sorry, D, E, F, G, H, I. So first pair is D and I. D and I. Next, W, X, Y, Z, E, F, G, H, I, J. And next, L, M, N. So see E, L ki ikkada N ki unnai, L and N. Second pair. And next, coming to the backward directions. So from backward directions, G, H, I. So G, H and I. G and I. Okay. And next, O, P, Q, R, S, T, I, J, K, L, M, N. So L, M, N, O, P, L, M, N, O, P. So no. So only 3 pairs we got. Only 3 pairs we got. Next, question number 28. So question number 28 to 32. See what is the given here. 9 persons A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H and I work in 3 different banks, SBI, BOI and PNB. At most 4 persons are working in each bank. So at most 4 persons. Okay. So 3 banks are there, that is SBI, Bank of India and Punjab National Bank. 9 persons are working, at most 4 persons are working in each bank. So next, see the first one. A and B work in the same bank but not in SBI. Okay. A and B only working in either BOB or Punjab National Bank. Next, F and G work in the same bank but not in BOI. So F and G both are working in same bank but not in Bank of India. H works only with C in the same bank. H with only with C. And next, I works in Punjab. I work in Punjab. Next, D neither works with B nor SBI. So B here and SBI here. Here D is placing. And next, SBI here and B here. So here D is placing. Okay. So see, H works with only C. Okay. Only one possibility here. Here SBI, in SBI only H and C both are working. Okay. Remaining F and G working together but not in Bank of India. So see, in first possibility in Punjab National Bank we are getting already 3. Okay. So ikkada SBI lo manaku already H and C iddar fix ayipoyaru. So F and G both not in BOB annappudu. So ikkada F and G both are fixed cheskunte in Punjab National Bank we have totally 5 persons are there. What is the condition? At most 4 persons are working in bank. Okay, so this possibility is not correct. So see where F1G works, F1G works here. Here only we got 4 persons are there. It is the correct possibility. Let us move on to the questions. Who among the following works with D in the same bank? So with D, I, F, G both are three persons are working, that is only I and F here. And next, which among the following statement is true? G works with E in the same bank of G. So G and E both are not working same. Yes. So G and E. Yes. Ekkada A, B and E. Here E is placing. Okay. Okani marchipoyinam. E okkani marchipoyinam ikkada. E is coming here. Totally 8 persons are there. SBI lo 2 persons work chestaru, and BO Punjab National Bank lo only 4 persons, remaining 3 persons are placing here. Okay. So next, G and E. So G works with E in the same bank, not correct. Next, E and B work in Bank of India. So E and B both are working in Bank of India. Second one is the correct. In which among the following bank has maximum number of persons working? That is Punjab National Bank. So 4 of the following 5 pair are alike in a certain way and thus form a group. Which among the following pair does not belong into the group? So ikkada chuste F and E. So F and E both are working in different banks. B and I. So B and A working different. G and D both are working in same, and A and D both are working different bank, and I and E both are working in different bank. That is third one is the odd one out. Which among the following bank E works? So E works in Bank of India. Bank of India. Next, data sufficiency here. What is the options? See, first of all, ఏమేం ఆప్షన్స్ ఇచ్చినాడు చూడండి. Data 1 alone sufficient to answer the question. Next, option 2 is the only statement 2 alone sufficient to answer the question. Third one, either or. Next, fourth one is the only 1 and 2 not sufficient to answer the question. Next, data 1 and 2 sufficient to together sufficient to answer the questions. These are the options. Okay, see the first one, question number 33. 8 persons are live on 8 different floors. Next building such that bottommost floor is 1, above 2 and so on, topmost is 8. How many persons gap between their H and I, H and U? So totally 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, totally 8 floors are there. What is the question here? How many floors gap there between H and U? Okay, from statement 1, only 2 persons live below T. Only 2 persons live below T. It means T lives in third floor. 1 person live between T and U. So T and U and T and U. From first statement, we are not getting complete answer. Coming to the second one. Okay, second one, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 3 persons live between U and S, who lives just below H. Between U and S, there are totally 8 persons, 3 persons are there, and also S lives below H. Okay, it is the first possibility. And if U takes here, so 1, 2, here 3 persons, and 1, 2, not this. Suppose if S takes here 1, 2, 3, between S and U 3 persons are there, H lives immediately above S. X lives 2 floors below H, so X lives here. Okay, X lives here, either here or here. Okay, so what is the question here? How many floors gap between H and U? So between H and U, from first possibility we are getting 2 persons. Okay, between H and U 2 persons. ఇక్కడ నుండి మనకి 1, 2, 3, 4 పర్సన్స్ వస్తూ ఉన్నారు అనమాట. సపోజ్ ఇఫ్ 2 మిక్స్ చేద్దాం ఒకసారి, లేదంటే కనుక 2 మిక్స్ చేసేద్దాం. 2 మిక్స్ చేస్తే ఆల్రెడీ ఇట్ ఈస్ ద ఫస్ట్ పాసిబిలిటీ. ఓకే, సో సి 3 పర్సన్స్ లివ్ బిట్వీన్ యూ అండ్ ఎస్. సో 1, 2, 3 హియర్ ఎస్ ఈస్ ప్లేసింగ్, 1, 2, 3 హియర్ ఎస్ ఈస్ ప్లేసింగ్. అండ్ నెక్స్ట్ ఎస్ హూ లివ్స్ జస్ట్ బిలో హెచ్, ఎస్ వచ్చేసి జస్ట్ బిలో హెచ్. నెక్స్ట్ X lives 2 floors below H. So X lives 2 floors below H, and here not possible. So H and U, between H and U, here there are 1, 2, 3 and 4. 4 floors are there. Okay, so రెండింటిని మనం మిక్స్ చేస్తే మనకి పర్ఫెక్ట్ ఆన్సర్ వస్తుంది. కాబట్టి వాట్ ఈస్ ద ఆన్సర్ హియర్? both statement 1 and 2 together answer the question. Next question number 34. Question number 34. There are 7 members in the 3 generations of family with 2 married couple. How J related to W? How J is related to W? So see, first one, Y is daughter of F who is married to H. So Y is daughter of F. Y is daughter of F who is married to H. Okay, both are husband and wife. M is son of B. So M is the son of B. So M is son of B. M is the son of B. It is the first statement. Next, J is grandfather of P. So J is the grandfather of P. Okay, between both one generation is there. G is father of P. So G is father of P. It is the second statement. So once you observe carefully, in these two there is no repeated letter here. Okay, so G V J P. Okay, B M F H Y. ఈ రెండింటిని మనం మిక్స్ చేయడానికి కూడా మనకు వే తెలియదు కాబట్టి వాట్ ఈస్ ద ఆన్సర్ హియర్? బోత్ స్టేట్మెంట్ 1 and 2 నాట్ టుగెదర్ టు సఫిషియెంట్ టు ఆన్సర్. ఓకే, ఈ రెండింటి నుండి మనకు ఆన్సర్ అనేది రాదు. ఆప్షన్ 4 ఈజ్ ద ఆన్సర్. ఆప్షన్ 4 ఈజ్ ద ఆన్సర్. నెక్స్ట్ క్వశ్చన్ నెంబర్ 35. See what is the question here? In which direction point Y with respect to point X? It is the question here. So see, point B is 5 meters south of point R. So point B is 5 meters to the south of point R. Here B. Next, which is R, which is 2 meters to the west of H. So 2 meters to the west of H. Here H is placing. Next, it is the first statement. It is. Next, coming to the second one, point H is 7 meters to the east of X, and next point H is 7 meters to the east of X. Okay, and next point S is 4 meters to the east of Y, which is 6 meters to the north of R. S, Y and R. So from second statement also మనకి ఇక్కడ Y ఉంది అండ్ X ఉంది, బట్ ఈ పాయింట్ మనం ఎక్కడ ఫిక్స్ చేయాలో మనకు తెలియదు. ఎందుకు? ఇక్కడ R మనకు కావాలి. R మనకు కావాలంటే ఏం చేయాలి? R వచ్చేసి ఇక్కడ మనకి ఫస్ట్ స్టేట్మెంట్లో ఉంది. సపోజ్ ఇఫ్ ఒకవేళ మనం రెండింటిని యాడ్ చేస్తే స్టార్టింగ్ ఫ్రమ్ R, S ఈజ్ పాయింట్ S ఈజ్ 4 meters to the east of Y, which is 6 meters to the north of R. From R, Y is 6 meters to the north of R. S is 4 meters to the east of Y. S is 4 meters to the east of Y. 4 meters to the east of Y. And next, point H is 7 meters to the east of X. So point H is 7 meters to the east of X. So ekkadundi X ikkada C X H. Point H is 7 meters to the east of X. And from H ikkadundi kada H, point H is 7 meters to the east of X. ఆల్రెడీ ఇక్కడ 2 meters అయిపోయింది కదా. సో ఈ ప్లేస్లో ఉంటుంది. ఇక్కడ ఎవరు ఉంటారు? ఇక్కడ X. ఇక్కడ నుండి ఇక్కడికి ఎంత డిస్టెన్స్ ఎంత? ఇది 7 meters. ఓకే, 7 meters. సో see what is the condition? Point Y with respect point X. సో Y ఇక్కడ ఉంది అండ్ X ఇక్కడ ఉంది. ఓకే, ఈ డైరెక్షన్ మనకు తెలుసు కదా. వాట్ ఈస్ ద డైరెక్షన్? దట్ ఈస్ పాయింట్ Y ఈజ్ నార్త్ ఈస్ట్ ఆఫ్ పాయింట్ X. ఓకే, సో రెండింటిని యాడ్ చేస్తే మనకి ఆన్సర్ వస్తుంది. ఆప్షన్ 5 ఈజ్ ద ఆన్సర్. అండ్ నెక్స్ట్ 36 to 40 we have one puzzle is there. See what is the puzzle given here. Study the following information carefully and answer the given below questions. H, Y, G, M, K, L, C, P, Q, R, S and T are sitting around a hexagonal table but not necessarily in the same order. 6 of them sitting in each corner of the table and rest of them sitting in the middle of the each side of the table, all of them facing towards the center. So here we have one hexagonal table. So one is the first possibility. Okay, 2 possibilities try చేద్దాం. ఒకవేళ అవసరం లేకపోతే కనుక వదిలేద్దాం. So 6 persons are facing corners. 6 persons are facing corners. and remaining 4 persons are facing middle side of the table. Remaining 6 persons are facing middle side of the table. Total 12 persons are there. So see 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 and 12. Okay. So let us move on to the puzzle. All are facing center of the table. Next, 5 persons sit between L and P. Who sits at the corner of the table? Who means P. So P is sitting corner of the table. Between P and L there are 5 persons are there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So L is placing here. So P and L. And next, K sits second to the right of P. K sits second to the right of P. And next, 2 persons sit between K and G. Between 2 persons there are between K and G there are 2 persons. Here G and here G is coming. Y sits opposite to G. Y sits opposite to G and third to the right of Q. So Y sits opposite to G and third to the right of Q. So Q is placing here. And if Y placing here, G actually ikkada ravali 1, 2, 3. So ikkada already K vachindi kabatti this possibility is not correct. No need to use this possibility. Only ee possibility nundi manamu answer cheyadaniki try cheddam. Next, one person sit between Q and H. Between Q and H, one person is there. Next, S is neither adjacent to K nor Q. So ikkada ee 2 places lo S raadu and also K ekkada undi ikkada kuda raadu. Only one place we left, that is here. 4 persons sit between S and C. So between S and C there are 4 persons are there. Next, T sits second to the right of M. So T sits second to the right of M. So if M placing here, T is the second to the right of M. Only one person we left, that is R. R is placing here. Okay. It is the final arrangement of the puzzle. Let us move on to the questions. It is Q. See the first question. Who among the persons seated second to the right of G? Second to the right of G, that is R. Who among the following person faces the one who second to the left of C? Second to the left of C, that is also. So from second to the left of C. So sorry, adi kaadu. Who among the following person faces the one who second to the left of C? So from C, R is the second to the left of C and M is facing second to the M is facing R. Number of persons sit between T and C. So between T and C there are totally 5 persons are there. Same number of persons sit between dash. So G and P. Between G and P there are 6 persons are there and one side 4 persons are there. And S and C. So between S and C not 5 persons. R and H not 5 persons. Q and K. So Q and K both are opposite to each other. Between both there are 5 persons are there. How many persons sit between T and one who is sits immediate right of Y? So how many persons sit between T and one who sits immediate right of Y? That is P. When counted from left of T. So when counted from left of T, there are 2 persons are there. Who among the following persons sit third to the right of Y? Third to the right of Y, that is K. Okay, it is the complete paper. Thanks for watching the video.